Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss about data retrieval. In our last lectures, we discussed about bioinformatics, introduction of bioinformatics, scope of bioinformatics, and aim of bioinformatics, how bioinformatics starts. So in last lecture, we also discussed about different databases. So today we will discuss that how we can retrieve or how much opportunities we have for the retrieving of data from different databases. So access to distributed data, we have millions of biological databases available nowadays. So biological data is widely distributed all over the world with the help of World WWW, that you know that World Web. So data can be retrieved by search engines and data retrieval tools. So different search engines are available in different databases. So with the help of that search engines, you can easily extract the data or access the data. And after that, different tools are available for retrieving of data. So the most famous search engines, you guys know that Google, Yahoo, Bing, Leapfish, and these types of different search engines are available. What are the specific function of search engines? Are to find specific relevant data. However, the bulk amount of data just appeared in Google and Yahoo and other search engines. So it is difficult to find the specific desired information or data that you want related to sequences of nucleotides or proteins or any other specific required data. So it is very difficult to find that information. Like here we have a look. Here we have a look to Leapfish Beta, that is a search engine that just connected with Yahoo and other search engines. Similarly, this is the Bing and other search engine connected with other different databases. So you can use these search engines to retrieve the data. So data retrieving tools we include different types of different types of tools, including Enters, dbGet, SRS, that is specific search engines, or you can say tools embedded in different databases. So each of these allow text-based searching of a number of linked databases. So each database is connected with other databases and have pipelines, developed pipelines to just take data from other database. Suppose there is a database ABC, and that database just have, or some researcher just submitted the data to that database. After a few hours, the same data will move through pipelines to other primary databases that just help the other searchers to retrieve the data. So you can also search sequences from these database tools. The databases, each database has different pipelines and different databases to connect for the data. And how to retrieve and present the data is also the characteristic of different types of databases. So here we have Enters, a you can say tool, web tool that just help you to extract data, developed by NCBI, and it is the www based data retrieval system. That is, www is the World Wide Web based data retrieval system that integrates information held from different type of or various databases. So in Enters database, what we have and what we can retrieve for nucleic acid database covered by Enters are nucleic acid. For nucleic acid, you have GenBank, reference sequence, PDB. For protein sequences, SwissProt and PIR are embedded. For three-dimensional structures, MMDB, another database, just has a pipeline with Enters. For genomes, there are so many sources that Enters just take the data of genome, the Ensemble Genome Browser and UCSF Genome Browsers. So PopSet GenBank is available for data retrieving. OMIM, Online Mendelian Inheritance of Man. So OMIM database is available for the data of OMIM for taxonomy data. NCBI taxonomy database is embedded with or connected with the Enters. And then for books, there is a specific bookshelf that just has so many books if you want. For literature, PubMed is available. For PropSet, Gene Expression Omnibus is available, that just has the pipeline, developed pipeline in Enters, and if there will be any data in that database, that automatically comes to the Enters, or you can retrieve the data from Enters by related studies. So if you want to just study or extract the data of epidermal growth factor receptor, you just write it in the MCBI and then you have to enter it. So here you have to specify the organism, that which organism you want to take or which folds you are going to take. So here we have some and or not gate that helps for the query to lower down the number of queries, number of entries. So exclude all technology generated records if you want specific data, and select messenger RNA in the molecule list. So you will get the specifically epidermal growth factor receptor of human. DBGET, DBGET also another tool for extracting of data. So all integrated data retrieval system developed and maintained by Institute of Chemical Research, Tokyo, Kyoto University, the Human Genome Center, University of Tokyo. So this was just DBGET is just maintained by these universities. So this database just covers similarly the enters just cover different databases for specific data. Similarly, this database search also covers specific sections, like for nucleic acid sequences, GenBank and EMBL is connected. For protein sequences, SwissProt and PIR similarly with the previous one enters. Three-dimensional structures, PDB is available, the most reliable database considered for three-dimensional structures. Sequence motifs, ProCyte tool is available. For enzyme reactions, ligand is available, and for literature, LITDB, Medline is available. However, for enters, PubMed was available. For SRS sequence retrieval system. So different databases are also connected with this system, and all the data present in those databases that is connected to SRS has specific pipeline to get the data. So data retrieval tool developed by EBI integrated 80 molecular biology databases. As we discussed that numerous of databases are connected with this system. So this is an open source of software that you can retrieve data and access data and study about different types of data. SRS has an associated scripting language called Icarus. So here we have biological databases, libraries of life sciences information collected from scientific. How we can from where we have the data in Excel, from different libraries, from different laboratories, from different researchers, different scientists, different group of people, different companies. Libraries of life sciences information collected from scientific experiments, published literature, high throughput experimental technology, and computational analysis. We have different biological data. So this is a diagram that will help us how this data just interconnected with each other. The international sequence database collaboration is here. Like in our last lecture, we also discussed this diagram, like GenBank to DDBJ and DDBJ to EMBL. So if there is any data in NCBI, the search engine enters any sequence submitted to NCBI with the help of NIH just handling this one. So NCBI, then NCBI to GenBank, and GenBank, there is a cross reference available in EMBL and DDBJ for GenBank, and you have the sequence that was submitted through NCBI. Similarly, NIG just handling this one as CIB. Just if there is any sequence submitted to CIB, that moves to DDBJ and again to all three databases. Similarly, if you just enter or any researcher just submit a sequence of any specific or new novel gene to EBI, it will move to EMBL and then again to all three databases. So different information includes in databases, that is genomics information, proteomics, metabolomics, microarray gene expression, phylogenetic analysis. So these are the different major portions that specific information related to these subjects are available. So biological databases has three different sections. For structural databases, PDB, SCOPE, and CATH is available. For sequence, for protein sequences, SwissProt, PIR, Tremble, ProCyte, and PFARM is available. However, for nucleic acid data or nucleic acid sequences, GenBank, DDBJ, and EMBL is available. For other specific biological databases are also Relibase and GBase, etc. Nucleic acid sequence databases are three major sites for finding information about nucleic acid. on the web, and all of them contains basically the same information. As we already discussed that if there is any submission of sequence to one database, it will move to other database through pipelines, and the specific cross reference will be available for extracting of that specific information. The three major nucleic acid databases are EMBL, GenBank, and DDBJ, and considered as primary nucleotide sequence database. So they include sequences submitted directly by the researchers or different groups and scientists, genome sequences groups, and sequences taken from literature and different patents available. So there is comparatively little error checking, and there is a fair amount of redundancy available. The entries in EMBL, GenBank, and DDBJ databases are synchronized on daily basis. Every time if there is a sequence or sequence submission to any database, within hours, the link or the pipelines just help to take that data from one database to another database and give a specific accession number and ID to that specific new entry. The nucleotide databases have reached such large size that they are available in subdivisions that allow searches or downloads that are more limited and hence less time consuming. So GenBank or NCBI, so mostly sequence searches are done with the help of GenBank, and GenBank is considered as one of the most reliable source for sequence. It offers a daily exchange of information with other major sequences databases, has a variety of user interfaces, fairly detailed online help, and a speedy interface. Because of its popularity, many people all over the world just grab data or access data from GenBank. So usually GenBank is slower than other specific databases and has much traffic of data on this one. So if you want to take data as with the speedy form, so you can use any other database that is connected with the GenBank. In actual, they just retrieve the data from GenBank. So GenBank was established with the help of NCBI, and a collection of all known DNA sequences from scientists all over the world just submitted to GenBank. Other main sources to that include the search of GenBank are BLAST, DBE, EST, and database of STS. So GenBank records has three different options. That is header, that is on the upside, that has specific information of whole submitted sequence, that from which organism this sequence belongs, what is the accession number, which date it submitted, what modifications happens, what was the length of that sequence. So these and then there was specific features embedded, and then there is a sequence of that specific gene. We will have a look to that one. Here you can see that there is a header, then we have this locus. This is gene name HNF4A. This is the number of base pairs. This is the type of submitted entrance, or you can say submitted sequence. This is the specific date when this sequence just submitted. So you can see this is the locus name. This one is the sequence length. This is the type of molecule, and this is gene bank division, and this is the date when it modified in actual. So the specific accession number just given to that specific entry that adds, and different number of variants. So here we have some features and sources that this tissue type was kidney, and this one cDNA library. So all information is available about this gene here. So in last the nucleotide sequence is pasted. So you can see that how many A is in this sequence. 489, 723 is C, 653 G, and 424 T. Now, how many 80 GC are available in this sequence? So after entrance, we have EMBL. We already studied this in our previous lecture, but here we have some different aspects of these databases. EMBL is a good to use when a limited amount of data is needed, and when users are not trying to identify specific sequence of a gene for different types of analysis. However, EMBL and all of its mirror sites are located in Europe. The connection will be slow more often than not. The mirror sites are in actual those sites that is connected with EMBL, and pipelines are generated that has the same data of EMBL. All of the information submitted to EMBL is mirrored daily in both GenBank and DDBJ, as we already discussed in the figure, that if there will be any entry with the help of enter, CIB, or any other submission of sequence, the data will move with the help of pipeline to other related databases like GenBank and DDBJ. EMBL is a database for European Molecular Laboratory Biology Laboratory. Sequences are stored in the form of corresponding biological information or biological state in with the state of in silico or in vitro retrieved from the experiment. The cDNA sequences are stored in the database as RNA sequence, even though they usually appear in literature as DNA. After that, we have DDBJ, DNA Data Bank of Japan. This is also the mirror image of mirror site of GenBank and MCB EMBL. As if there will be any information in those, or if there will be any submitted information in DDBJ, it moves with the help of pipeline to other databases also. So this is the more friendly database, and a user can easily access the data with the from DDBJ in comparison with EMBL and GenBank. However, DDBJ is from Japan, so Japanese language data is also available for the same specific entries. The DNA Data Bank of Japan was established in 1986 to be one of the major international DNA database. Biological databases are an important tool in assisting scientists to understand and explain a host of biological phenomena, from the structure of biomolecules and their interactions to the whole metabolism of organisms, and to understand the evolution of specific species. So these databases and these tools just help to explore molecular medicine, explore phylogenetic analysis, interactions of proteins, relationship of protein with the other proteins, or relationship of protein with other ligands, to solve the biological problems. The knowledge helps to facilitate the fight against disease, assist in the development of medications, and in discovering basic relationships among the species in the history of life. So in actual, these are the specific databases we have. For nucleic acid, we have EMBL, DDBJ, and GenBank. Enters is a tool to get the data. For protein sequences, we have UniProt that we already discussed in our previous lecture. If you guys remember how we can retrieve data from UniProt, we can add data, we can just write the name of any gene or any protein into the search bar, and then we have all the details about the taxonomy, the family, protein family, the structure, three-dimensional structure, interacting sites, and cofactors, all is available. And if we already discussed about PDB, protein data bank, if we want any three-dimensional structure from for any specific protein, PDB helps us to retrieve that data. Thank you so much for joining.